Good morning and welcome to the online devotion from Mount Gilead Church. My name is Mike Bridgewater and I'm the operations director here at the church building. Today is Friday, September 9th, 2022, and we've been working our way through the parables here on Friday morning. Today is the 37th Friday and we have sadly come to the end of this study through the parables. We're going to end with the last parable in the book of Matthew, which starts in Matthew chapter 25, verse 31. This last parable finishes what is known as the Olivet Discourse, and it's known as the absent king. And it follows the parables of the absent bridegroom and the absent lord of the talents. There's a lot of action in this parable, so let's just read straight through it. Jesus is speaking, and he's speaking to his disciples. And it starts in Matthew chapter 25, verse 31. And he says, "But when the Son of Man comes in his glory, and all his angels with him, then he will sit upon his glorious throne. All the nations will be gathered in his presence, and he will separate the people as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. He will place the sheep at his right hand, and the goats at his left. Then the king will say to those on his right, 'Come, you are blessed by my Father. Inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you fed me. I was thirsty, and you gave me a drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me into your home. I was naked, and you gave me clothing. I was sick, and you cared for me. I was in prison, and you visited me.' Then these righteous ones replied, 'Lord, when did we ever see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty or give you something to drink? Or a stranger and show you hospitality, or naked and give you clothing? When did we ever see you sick or in prison and visit you?' And the king will say, 'I tell you the truth, when you did it to the least of these, my brothers and sisters, you were doing it to me.' Then the king will turn to the ones on the left and say, 'Away with you, you cursed ones, into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his demons. For I was hungry, and you didn't feed me. I was thirsty, and you didn't give me a drink. I was a stranger, and you didn't invite me into your home. I was naked, and you didn't give me clothing. I was sick and in prison, and you didn't visit me.' Then they will reply, 'Lord, when did we ever see you hungry or thirsty, or a stranger or naked or sick in prison and not help you?' And he will answer, 'I tell you the truth, when you refuse to help the least of these, my brothers and sisters, you are refusing to help me.' And they will go away into eternal punishment, but the righteous will go into eternal life." What's just described there is known as the return of the king, and it is clearly and plainly laid out what the returning king will do when he returns. He will be coming and going. First, he will be coming in his glory, and he won't be by himself. His angels will be coming with him. Then he is going. He is going to sit on his glorious throne. He's going to gather all the nations before him. He's going to separate the sheep on the right and the goats on the left. He's going to say, 'Come' to the blessed, and he's going to say, 'Depart' to the cursed. He's going to explain to the cursed the error of their ways. And finally, he's going to give either eternal punishment or eternal life. The question we should all be asking ourselves every morning when we wake up is, how can I serve the King and the kingdom today and do the will of the Father? It could be through encouragement, it could be through action, through financial support, through supplying the basic needs outlined in this parable. Salvation is a gift and cannot be earned. However, our actions, or as shown, lack of action, provide testimony to whether we know him or deny him. Paul puts it this way for us in Titus chapter 1. Such people claim that they know God, but they deny him by the way they live. They are detestable and disobedient, worthless for doing anything good. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for coming along on this journey through the parables. I hope you're able to join us this weekend at either 9 o'clock or 10:30. Just so you know, Jeff will be starting a new sermon series this weekend from the book of 1 John called Just So You Know. Have a great rest of your Friday, and I'll see you here on Sunday. Bye-bye.